We have a special guest right now, though. Sean Evans sits to my left. Sean, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Normally, the mode is to make fun of and be mean to, and we may do that.
Yeah, I think we might.
Yeah,
you never know.
I'd be disappointed if you guys didn't.
Okay, we're going to boost. I bet you're boosting Sean because he's not a yeller like the rest of us.
He doesn't have the mic presence of the of us, but being that we've done this for a million years.
Seasoned veterans.
He doesn't love the sound of his own voice the way that we do.
Oh, yeah. Howard's
Yes.
especially. When we
I love it.
Oh, yes. It's time for sexy sports time with me, Hot Wings. Major League Baseball scores. Yankees win. Yankees win.
I love the sound of our new studio.
Yeah,
Oh,
I do.
yes.
I really do. I'm with you, though. Well, Sean, you nearly made the Olympics as a marathoner.
My goal was to run in the Olympic trials. I was 4 minutes away from running in Olympic trials. So, no, not the Olympics, but I wanted to be able to run in the race that gets you to the Olympics.
Okay, thanks for joining us. This
We're
is great.
already wrong.
Not so special.
Great.
What a super letdown that is.
Well, we got a lot of that from the Times Union article. They were nice enough to do an article about Sean and his family and what they're doing.
I wasn't really disappointed. I just thought I'd make fun of him because he said he would be disappointed if we did.
Yeah, correct.
Yes.
Already disappointed. Well, Sean, you're going to do something next summer, and we're going to actually sort of work backwards. You're going to do something next summer with your son, Seamus. Tell everyone what you're going to do.
All right, we'll start with what we're going to do. We're going to run from Seattle, Washington, to the Bronx in New York. 3,186 miles together. Seamus has cerebral palsy, so I'm going to be pushing him all that way for 70 days.
70 days, about 50 miles a day?
The plan is to run about 50 miles a day.
Can you imagine that? 50 miles a day?
And now you're going to have him in a cart, right? You're not going to be like shoving him along, are you?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Hurry up!
Come on.
Go!
It's Sean's Bully Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns from the most positive story of the summer into an Albany man is now wanted by police,
Terrible
seen
thing.
shoving his child across America.
Across the United
Yeah.
States.
Seamus uses a wheelchair to get around, so
Right.
so we have a special chair that I push him in.
Okay.
What is now this started, where did this come from? Because you don't just wake up one morning and go, oh, you know what I should do? I should push my kid from Washington to the Bronx.
Right.
Let's take us back in time to where this germinates.
Sure. Well, I was a marathon runner, again, obviously trying to qualify for the Olympic trials.
Right.
And then, so Seamus and I always ran together. He would train with me. I put him in his jogging stroller and everything. But last year, we realized that he outgrew that stroller, so we needed to get a bigger one.
Right.
So we teamed up with these guys out of Virginia Beach called Ainsley's Angels, and they help you do just that, get larger running chairs.
Yeah.
So we did that, and Seamus and I ran a race together. It was a little 4-mile race here in Saratoga, the Firecracker 4. And the next race that I was signed up for was an ultramarathon, my first ultramarathon.
And tell everyone what the distance of an ultramarathon is.
I guess the distance of an ultramarathon is anything over a marathon.
Okay.
A marathon is 26.2 miles, so anything longer that is an ultramarathon.
So take something that's already crazy to 99% of the population, a marathon, and then make it longer. That's what you're doing.
Right. So I was signed up to do that, and Seamus asked me if he could run it with me.
Did you roll your eyes there? I went, oh,
You go,
no.
boy,
Oh,
man.
God.
Okay.
Well, my thought was that I just want to survive this thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I had never really run that far, and I figured I'd give it a shot, though. I knew it was on a closed course. It was on a little 0.3 of a mile loop in a park, so
Which
I knew
is
it would be
crazy.
safe for
Of
us.
all the ultramarathon you've heard about, the Western states or whatever, where you go from point to point, this is the fact that it's a short track loop and you're going around and around. It was a
my
time
gosh.
course.
It's like doing it at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yeah, exactly. It was as far as you could go in 6 hours, wasn't it? Wasn't it, Sean?
Yeah, when we first did it, it was a 6-hour race. That was last year. That's right.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
So,
And you got how far in 6 hours?
well, I'll get to that. We woke up that morning. Seamus was the first one up. He was so excited, and he goes, after I told him that we could run. Meanwhile, I'm thinking he's only going to hang in for like a mile or two. My wife, Nicole, was there, and I said, I'll just pass him off. No big deal, and then I'll just plug away. Well, he woke up that morning, and he said, Dad, I want to win today. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, I just want to live through today.
Right.
And so we went out, we started the race, and kept plugging along. And I'm waiting for him to say, okay, I'm ready for a break or whatever. Well, 5 hours later, Nicole said, okay, Seamus, you need to take a break. You got to go to the bathroom. You got to eat lunch. So he took like a 20-minute break, was ready to hop right back in. And long story short, 125 laps later, we had covered over 45 miles, and we had indeed won the race.
Wow. You won the race.
Wow.
Pushing your kid.
Wow, that's
about
unbelievable.
7.5 minutes a mile, I'm guessing you.
Yeah, just about.
Wow.
For 6 hours, yeah.
Now,
Oh, my gosh.
you know, you said Seamus is 8 now. And diagnosed with cerebral palsy just before his 3rd birthday, or in that ballpark?
First birthday.
Birthday.
Yeah, right before his first birthday.
And, you know, I have a young son. Hot Wings kids are young. Zane had kids, and now he's a grandson. That moment when you get that diagnosis, and I'm just guessing, you have to decide how you're going to approach it as a family.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm a physical therapist, and at the time Seamus was diagnosed, I was only working with kids. So it was actually me bringing it to the doctor saying that there's something not right, and the doctors kept saying he's going to outgrow it. You know, you're just being a worried father. He's going to outgrow it.
First-time parents, right?
Yeah.
Right. But Nicole's a special ed teacher, and again, I am a physical therapist, so we knew that there was some type of issues. So, you know, we weren't really that surprised when we got the diagnosis.
Yeah.
But Nicole and I both decided that, no, we're never going to let there be any limits. Anything Seamus wants to try, we try. And really, we do. I mean, he plays soccer. He has a little walker. He can walk short distances with a walker. He played soccer. He plays baseball. He plays golf. He does more sports than most kids his age. I mean, he goes horseback riding and bowling. And one of his favorite things is skiing. He gets in what they call a bi-ski. He sits in a seat and holds outriggers in his hands, and he goes zooming down the mountain. And,
wow.
I mean, that's one of his favorite things to do. He loves to go fast. So when we run together, he loves going down hills.
And so as a father, what does it mean to you to see the joy that he gets from an event like this? Like the fact that he not only wanted to participate and you thought he'd go a little ways, and then all of a sudden he wants to win, and then as that progresses to other events, and obviously the one next summer.
Right. I mean, that's why I do what we do. And I wouldn't have been able to win that race without him that day. There's no doubt. If he wasn't there, I probably would have stopped or walked or whatever. But I kept running with him, and it's him that keeps me going. I mean, his smile. He's the one that...
Absolutely. You talk to him. He's part of the team.
Right, without a doubt.
Now, there's a specific goal you have in mind with what you're doing next summer. Now, to be clear, it sounds amazing when you hear going from one side of the country to the other. But just so everybody knows, what this entails is 50 miles per day running, pushing a stroller for 70 straight days, right? Is that what it works out to?
That's right. Yeah, we had to squeeze it in over their summer vacation.
Yeah.
You know, so they get out of school, we're going to fly to Seattle and hoof it home. We're going to rent an RV, and my wife and other son are going to support it. Yeah.
Wow.
Now, along the way, the goal, the real reason, in addition to just doing an amazing thing with your son for the world to see, is you're going to be helping out a number of people along the way making stops, right?
That's right. That's the plan. We've teamed up with a charity called Ainsley's Angels, and they help find kids or individuals, doesn't have to be a child, with disabilities that want to participate and want to be involved, and they actually team them up with runners, and they'll provide the strollers and the running chairs, and
Which
that's
are
our
expensive,
plan. Yeah,
very expensive.
Exactly.
So that's why you're raising money. You want this, you'll work with the charity, and then you'll get those strollers and drop them off as you go along from town to town.
That's right. Across the country, from sea to shining sea, we're going to donate at least one chariot in each state, and hopefully we're able to do more than that, depending on how much we can raise.
And I think that means a lot for families where, you know, those families that get that diagnosis, and maybe they're not in as good a spot. But you guys both professionally seem to have a knowledge and be in the right place where you could handle it. Where other families that are just dumbfounded in that moment can look at this and say, hey, you know what?
Well,
our child can be as normal as the next child, and that's all you want to do is acceptance and
exactly
you
inclusion.
Look no further than what Sean is describing, and the therapy that it involves when a child hasn't ever felt the sensation of the wind going by them, and just the amount of time that you're with the child. Something happens. There's always some special moments that the parent might not experience otherwise when they're the regular day-to-day life. When it's just you alone with the child and the road, it's amazing. And something happens.
Exactly.
That's what you've experienced. That's what Dick Hoyt has experienced with his son, Diego, Jeff Jausch, personal friend of ours.
When you say therapy, it's not just therapy for Seamus. I mean, it's as much therapy for me. I mean, that chance to bond.
It's a real contact that happens that might not happen with all the distractions going on in and around the house, and you got everything that happens in life. To be alone with them is a special thing.
Sean Evans is here. He's going to run from one side of the country to the other next summer with his son Seamus. pushing him in front of about 115 pounds with the cart and everything, right?
Yeah, but he's packing on the pounds, too.
He is. He's growing.
He's got an appetite. So but it's about 115, 120 pounds.
It's going to be a calorie dump going on.
Yeah.
Something's going on. Whose idea was it? Like the first time it came up, where did it come from?
Yeah, so we ran that ultra marathon in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, that 6-hour race, and then Seamus kind of got, I'm thinking, that's it. What can you do after you win an ultra marathon, pushing your son? And then,
right.
But Seamus already got the wheels spinning on the way home from that race.
On the way home?
On the way home.
That's the worst time to bring it up.
You're like,
It's like, come on, I can't even move.
Couldn't feel my legs, and Seamus is saying, geez, Dad, what if we ran that far every day? All of my summer vacation, how far could we make it? And he wasn't, he didn't really know, but we helped him with the calculations, and we came out with the distance, and we realized that if we did that, we could run from Pacific Ocean to Atlantic Ocean.
Wow.
And,
Boy, the things you are going to see along the way.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of small-town USA because, we're avoiding highways and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, how much money has been raised so far, and how much do you need? Because we're going to plug where people can go and help out.
Oh yeah, great. So we've raised about $20,000. We're hoping to get up to $70,000.
Well, let's help out. Crowdrise.com/power, the number 2, and the word push. Steve has put a link up for it at freebeeronomics.com. On Facebook, you can find them. Just do facebook.com/power to push as well. And also, if you do, I suspect if you just Google power to push, you're going to end up in the right places.
I hope. Well, you know what? Power to push. A lot of times you'll find like natural birthing things.
Okay, that's completely different.
So no, that's not us.
Don't do that.
Okay, yeah.
So let me get this straight.
It seems wrong. It is.
Keep a look at the guys who are putting that into their phone right now because you see some fetishes going on.
Oh, yes. Preggers. Hot
Oh,
preggers.
look at
Never
that.
thought of that.
Finally, the angle I've been dreaming of.
So power, the number 2, push.
Yeah, look that up on Facebook,
Okay.
Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff.
well, this is amazing.
Now, wait a minute. I understand that now he just invited me the other day. I'm going to join him next year when he comes. He's going to be in Michigan for like 3 miles worth of Michigan.
Not very far, but we wanted to get
I
another
will meet
state
you down
on
there.
stuff.
We'll run together. I can't guarantee. I don't think I'm going to go anywhere near the distance you'll go, but I'd be happy. I'll ride my bike next to you. How does
That sounds
sound?
good. Yeah, that's great.
Well, that is fantastic. Sean, we appreciate you coming on. Big hand for Sean and his family. That is outstanding.
Yeah, thanks for having
It
me.
is an inspiration.
Thank
Very
you.
well done.
Thanks, John.
One more thing. The Evans brothers are selling cookies and lemonade in order to raise money. Seamus and his brother Simon. And they brought some for us. Can you buy these?
We sell them in
They
a
have
couple
to be,
local
like,
stores.
in person?
Yeah. I mean, we sell them in a couple local stores in the Galway Market and Galway Meadows Farm to Market. And then hopefully, if the weather stays nice, they're going to sell them down the street on Lincoln Ave this afternoon. And they're good. They're pretty good cookies.
Okay, if you're coming to Saratoga, bring a $20 bill because that's the going price for 4 of them. It's not, but that's what we're saying.
Wasn't that the kids' idea to come up with the lemonade stand?
Oh yeah, I mean that's their way of helping to support the mission. All the money that they raise from their lemonade stand is going to support Power to Push. So.
That is great.
All right.
That is just amazing.
If you want the link, if you missed the link, go to freebeerandhotwings.com. Steve has it up there. Again, Sean, thank you very much. Good luck on your journey. We need to actually check in with you next summer when that's going on.
Oh yeah,
That's great. That'd be great.
Free Beer and Hot Wings report on the way next. We're live from Saratoga with Q103. We'll take a break. It is the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show.